Hi, Emma and Crafty Kitty, Stacy, Mama Bow Design. Hello, hello. That was fast. Did you get notification today? Yes. Hi, Emma. Good to see you. Oh, that's nice to hear. We are sort of going to. There are some people that have talked about making homemade paper. Oh, that was nice. You got notification just as you turned okay, Emma. Yeah. So we are going to the kitchen today. So I am doing good. Hopefully, I am okay. Emma, I choose not to think so much about things. And somebody wanted to see how you make paper. Hello, Kathy. I'm hoping I'm not interrupting anyone's live stream right now, but it's actually 8 o'clock here in Denmark, so I don't want to go too late to make a short stream. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Because sometimes it can be hard. I mean, it can. Okay, it was Mary. That's yeah. But hello, Node, and Emily is on her live too. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's getting more and more difficult to figure out who goes live. Yeah. You know what? You're right about it, Casey. You just go live when you can do it. I mean, because more and more people getting lives, and that means, I mean, we have different time zones. I mean, there shouldn't be something about it is not your time and blah blah blah, and you can do. I mean, it is. I mean, it is open for everyone, and that is how it should be. Exactly. I mean, I don't have. I love Pink Poodle, but she's. I mean, it's too many hours for me, and I mean, so exactly. So, are you ready to come with me to the kitchen in a minute or two and see what I'm actually doing? I can't. Hello, Cordelia Price. You're from Arkansas. Arkansas, and we have Node. Are you ready? That's good because I have sort of prepared it a little bit. No, we don't have dishes out there. Make us what? Do you mean wash? Oh, yes, because wash. Yes, yes. Okay. No, 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 no. I already did that, dear friends. Hello, Deborah. Let's see if I remember to put a spot for you girls. And you know what? I'm on my class number 4. Today I have made a promise to myself to eat and drink regularly. But what I need to do is to make a water calendar so I can remember how much I drink. So, oh, you German that live in US, I think Arkansas, is that US? I think so. Here we are. I have to be careful because I only have this computer thing here. So I'll keep that in my hand. Remove the wet thing here. I need to dry it a little bit here. What I'm going to do is to explain to you. I don't know if I can show you girls what I'm actually doing. But in here, as you can see, I have a bucket, a big bucket of water. In that water, I have dissolved paper. As you can see on top of this is actually my homemade frame. Hello, Clara. That I actually use for making the paper. What I'm going to do now is to put you, I don't know, I cannot place you. I don't know how yet to put my computer, but I am going to try to see if I can invite you. Yes, it came out like plastic. Okay. Okay, yours was like paste. This is actually how mine is look like here. As you can see, it is newspaper. It is still wet. As you can see, and it is mixed with these tiny colorful leftovers from the napkins. As you can see here, I have here hanging to dry, and when it dry, it actually fall off. Here I have another piece. As you can see, it is a little heavier. This I have to show you like this because I cannot. I'm afraid to have my computer too close to the water so I don't splash on it. But I am going to explain to you what you are doing. And this is one more piece I made, still wet. So if you go no splashing computer. So what I'm going to do now is to figure out how I can set you girls up. And that is to clear a space for you. have you all been very crafty and good to each other? So, and that actually invite me to make sure I am going to clean up. And I am actually going to de-stash, declutter. Yes. Throw out everything I can get rid of is actually going out. Yeah, I just got a new one here of these beauties. Okay, let's have a look. I might not be able. Can you see what I'm doing? Because I cannot read there. I can't read any. Can you give me a minute? I need to pick up my phone so I can read chat. Hello, Mary Jane. Hello, I can see you talking. I was just making prepares. Here I am. So, thank you, Emma, for thumbs up. We got Mary Jane. And good luck, and my heart and prayers are with you, Mary Jane, to the cardiologist. Hope everything is going to be good. What I have here is I start off by taking some hot water like this, or cold, but hot water works fine. What am I doing to prepare? I know this sounds strange, but I take sometimes a little dishwasher soap. Then I simply take what I need to have dissolved. For example, some old newspaper. And you can also use, this takes a longer time to dissolve. So that's why I put it in hot water and soap into it. You can also use, leftovers from napkins. So you go in here and let it suck up and get soft. It's better to leave it in really hot water. This is just hand warm. And put a little of the dishwasher soap into it because that will, you're welcome, love, will of course give some. I need a towel. Emma, look at this. See, I have a secret weapon. Can you see my secret weapon? Because you need one of these or a blender, but you need to sort of soften it up a little bit. And of course, you can also use all the white stuff. So if you have an ordinary blender, no, it will be perfect. What you're doing is you're making sure you have enough water into here, and you take your hand like this and mix the paper pulp so you can actually see it in the water. Then you take it like you are doing like this, and as you can see, it looks like this, but be careful because you can actually see pop it off. So what you're actually doing is make sure you have enough water and it's an even layer like that, and you can actually see it on it. It look okay. So you take one of these and just let it drip off a little bit. Then I have, this is ordinary of these cloths. As you press on top of it here, and you simply press and let it take as much water as it can do. What we are going to do is to take another like this on the other side here and simply turn this around, but I have to go over here to do it. So I have to turn you around like this. Now we are over here. Hopefully you girls can see what I'm doing. Yes, it is just water and paper pulp. Now, as you can see, I have my paper on top of this. Now I simply need to press as much water out of the pulp. What I have done here is I'm using a lot of these cloths, old cloths, washcloths, as you call it, and then you simply turn it around because now you need to get it off the netting and you're pressing it down here. And the beneficial is when you more water, you sort of can get rid of on top of it, you better the paper release from the netting. The netting in this case is simply just old curtain netting, as you can see, and this is simply some bamboo, some ordinary wood sticks. Yes. And if you have one, I have homemade this one, and you can make it in any size. Just make sure you have so you can move this in the water. And what you are going to do next is actually to take another cloth. It could be, in this case, I use an ordinary old diaper, cotton diaper, and press it on like this. And then I simply turn it around. And as you can see, it gives a lot of these wet cloths. You have to consider you are going to use a lot of, yes, you can use that, Mama Bo. It is very good things to do. And as you can hear, Mama Boo by Katie, she has a picture frame, right? And you can also use embroidery hoop. You know these embroidery hoops we have, they're round. But as you can see, now we actually have a piece of homemade paper like this. Are we going to make one more? A window screen. Yes, you can do that, Mama Bo. It just has to be, as you can see, it is like a mosquito netting, like a fly screen. So yes, you can even, if you have some tool, yeah, you can easily use a window screen, and you can use tool. I have seen people make it out of tool, as long it has a small netting on it. Yes. And what I'm going to do now is to figure out how to place it to dry. Yes, I am going to leave it here. And as you can see, this is very thin, like tissue paper. So, yeah, what I need to do now is place it on here. And we are going to make one more, right? So I am back here. You can't see me, but I'm turning you around again. And what we are actually doing when we are adding, I need to see, yes. So I'm back here. When you need sort of this is pulled into you, you take your magic here and simply and okay, you simply squeeze it into the water. And a good thing is always keep extra water into the bucket. And just mix it like this. Did I say hey to you? Yes, Note and Crafty Mary Jane. So here we are again. Now I have disturbed. You can also use Depends where I put it. Here, if you have a big fat birdie like this, and mix it up. So, and before it suddenly sits into it, you take your frame like this at the surface and simply pick up like this. As you can see, I know we have to do it, and I have not a clue what this is. Okay, it's a piece of something. Make sure you have simply pressed all this out. It has to be pulp, but you can easily use shredded paper if you have a paper shredder. What I'm doing is I'm pressing as much water I can get out of this. And as you can see, I have made a lot of these old washcloths. So I'm simply putting it. So as you can see, they're made so they match. So yes. When you dry the paper, you can also leave it on a piece of cloth and let it dry. Here, as you can see, I'm pressing again like we did before. I have now, see, pressed an extra water out of it. What we are going to do now, because what you can do, note is like I have done, if you can remember to leave them on the cloth like this, don't peel it off, and it will simply stay on, and you can actually hang it up. I am going to turn you around again. Hopefully nobody is getting dizzy here. Do we have vision? I got you, girls. You can easily do that now. I have done that. But you just have to be sure, note that you have pressed so, very much of the water so it's almost dry. Then you can iron it. Easily iron the paper dry. Yeah, so you can easily do that. This I show you here is my way how I sort of make my homemade paper. This is how I do it. And the paper, it depends how thick, how much paper pulp you have in the water. And then it will be exactly like, you can make it as thick as, let me say, just as thick as if you can remember these like cardboard. Oh, no. What did you do here? So you can make it as thick and thin, but it will be pretty strong. You can actually see it here because this is wet paper. So it is actually pretty strong already as a wet paper. But again, it depends on this is more lightweight. But as you can see, it's still hanging on together like this. And the speckles of color is actually coming by, you have these colorful pages, as you can see here. Let's see if I can try it a little bit here. No, no, it won't. And this speckles comes by, you take this, as you can see, it was a very red paper, and put on different colors. You can actually use like scraps like this, but I use normally newspapers. Yes, love. Yes, you can do that, Mama Bo. But you can also see how strong it actually is, like this. But I am going to do exactly, because I just need my iron. I think I got a spider. I have to be careful not to kill my spiders. I am very fond of my spiders. I really don't like to kill my spiders. I really don't, because I can assure you, my spiders, sometimes, but you have to consider the poisonous in you. When you use these glossy magazines, you can actually, you have to be very careful with your skin, because it can actually give you allergy, and it is not, I mean, the best thing. Then you have to put gloves on. So, but you can easily use it, but you have to consider it is a much more, I mean, nasty print color they use in glossy paper. Hello, Cancers. So, and you can also risk that the glossy paper doesn't have the same stickiness, but you have to remember to sort of put what do you call it? Some newspaper into it also. No steam, no. As you can see, I just sort of knocked it over, so I needed to flat out. And I'm doing this for you girls here. And just make sure that it doesn't, that it's not too wet when you do it. And you can use, here you are. I just need to make sure, yes. Of course I did knock something down here. And very gently, as you say, I use high warm here. You can actually, yes. And you can even, I mean, you can put spices, you can put other things into it. And as you can see, we just needed to dry. So I am going to heat this up to iron this. As you can see, I need to dry this and let it steam off a little bit. As you can see, I can actually hold it in my hand here, and it's not quite dry. I'm not so sure about this because, as you can see, it is actually an old iron, this. So it has seen better days. So I use it for anything else than ironing my fabric. As you can see, now it is drying. It's getting lighter. And it can actually take sometimes to iron it dry because there's a lot of water into it. So we need to let it steam off a little bit. But as you can see, it is getting there where we want it. So the best is if you can sort of keep taking dry cloth. Oh, yes, it is, Emma. I can assure you, it is quite a lot of job to do it. Can you see this? Because you have to keep taking dry of these to make sure you can get all the water out of it. So I'll say just see if you can place it somewhere and leave it dry. Or you can make like a drying rack. Can you see the difference? As drier as it gets. See, this is the freshly made. Can you see the darkness and the lightness of the paper? But as you can see, you really have to iron it a lot to it. It is not just I mean, 5 minutes. Hello, Susan. Hello, Nicole. And hello to all the other I haven't said hello to. It is okay. Oh, it is Katie. Yes. So good to see you all. No, you can easily paint on it and write on it. So now you can just as gently do it on the paper, but you have to be careful. As you can see, it is quite a lot of work to iron dry. As you can see, it is almost there. It is almost there. But as you can see, if you are going to make 20 pieces of paper, you really have a lot of work to do. So it is drying up. And voila. I think I got it dry here. As you can see, and here it is a piece of dry paper. Can you see it and hear it? Now it is dry. And as you can also see, hopefully, how light it got. This is still very wet. This I have here, and this is now dry. And as you can see, it's sort of getting lighter. And you can easily, I mean, use it, and all these colorful sparkles come from the colors of the pictures. Yes, I love this about it. Thank you, Mama Boo and Susan. Let's see if we can dry one more here. And normally I simply just leave it for drying. I have more paper pulp. And this is actually one I made in a role play act sometimes. And if you have some, I mean, old green herbs, you can put it into it. Hello, Carla. Yes, I promised Emma, wasn't it Emma? I promised one of you girls I wanted to make paper, show you how to make paper. Do we have Susan Hill? Hello, wonderful woman. Yes. Okay. So, and once in a while you just need to, because you have to make it steam off. Yes, exactly. They have to note if you need to put flowers and stuff on it. But what you can actually do, I am going to show you. I have actually been down and collected something. Here, I need to dry one more. And then I'm going to leave the rest. But just to show you. Oh, wonderful, Susan. Here. And I can assure you this is giving the warm here. And now, as you can see, we have one more almost dry sheet of homemade paper. And as you can see, it is a little more different. And it has something to do with what you actually put in the water and you use. Can you see it? Here it is, also dry and have these speckles onto it. Can you actually, yes, you can see it. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love you girls. Of course you will. Yes, I am going to thank you all for the support. Even I know somebody else is. So here it is. And you can actually see I have some glitter into it. I got glitter. Oh my God, I have glitter in my paper. I have glitter. I have glitter into it. Oh. Yes, so if you have some glitter, you can actually add glitter to it. Yes, and I think it has something to do. I used some napkins that has been glittered, and I can actually see there's a few glitter spots into it. But look at this. It gets two different sides. Like this is very, but there is actually a few pieces of glitter. Oh, you do? Yes. So I am going to turn you around because yeah, I can keep this on here. And as you can see, you can also use this piece of crab here, like you have. What I'm going to good. Who haven't I? Hello, all of you new. These, and we are going to turn around. Can I see? Yes, we are where we are supposed to be. And I need you here. Yes, and I'm back. What we are actually going to do is to show you. I got some of these. These are some green leaves from the garden. If I can find how you sort of open that thing here. And what I'm actually going to do, I am showing you, first of all, we need to sort of disturb the water pulp. And as you can see, I keep adding newspaper in and paper scraps. It doesn't matter what paper it is into this, so I have to keep it. Then I go lower it, and as you can see, I have collected it on the surface like this. What I'm going to do is to sort of, no, not if you use hot water. And as you can see, I have some of these dry green. And I simply smear them. You can use old tea. Now, it doesn't matter, it goes into the water because I will just give it, yeah. See? And you can actually use, if you have some other old spices, and you simply just leave it there. Then you have your help cloth, and this is like, yeah, I don't know what you call it. It's like these to wash your cars with. And simply put it on, press as much water. And as you can see, I have actually designed mine so it can actually rest here like this. What I'm going to do is to take again, so I have something to suck, and take the water. And again, here, beneath, and down here. As we go, we press. You can't see what I'm doing, but what I'm actually doing is pressing, as you can see, the water. I'm sandwiched it between dry cloth and simply press out the water. Yeah, I could, yeah. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes, when you do paper, you actually take the screen like this, like you are, you know, like you are washing gold, as I keep telling. So you keep the disturbance into the water. And here you are again. See, I just put it off my screen. And now I have it, it's on here, the new piece of paper. What I'm going to do now is simply to press it down onto the fabric over here, but I'm coming back again. So I'm going to show you the results. But what we are going to do is to make one more, and you start to sort of just disturb so you can see the pulp actually moving around in the water, and hold it like this and simply press it under the surface like this and gently lift it up. So as you can see, the pulp actually places it on top of the frame like this. Now we are leaving it for dry. Got it? Do we have a Luann? I haven't said. You can, yes, you can do that, Kathy, easily. You can also use turmeric. If you put turmeric into the water, you will actually see that the paper. Okay, it's you. Okay, Luann. Okay, I didn't know that. But you can easily put color into it. You can put food color. I can even put some green color into it if you want. I think I have some, but I just need to see. I have some. Can you use some green dye? Here, I can easily come some green color into it. But then I can assure you, I am going to wear a pair of gloves. Now I have put green color into it because your skin will absorb the color. And basically because normally I would say please wear gloves because it is dissolving. I mean, your skin doesn't have so good of being used or kept in water too much. Yeah, but I see it was only like this, so about that color. It's something. It's a leftover from a green dye I had. So, and what I'm going to do is to simply, this is going to be horrible, but we have to survive that. So, yeah, sometimes it breaks a little bit. I'll be back. This lost a tip of it. Okay, what happened here? Oh my goodness. I lost my chat. Here you are. Oh, we got Jean. Okay, now I just need to make sure that these are so they can suck some more water, or I can pick some dry ones. As you can see, you actually use a lot of gloves. So I got more here. I got one there. What I'm going to do is, because now I got dye into this, I put on these very cheap. Something from even food dye with color your skin. Yes, darling. And again, you disturb it like this. Take down this. As you can see already now, it has a green color. It has a very deep green color to it. And place it on here. Take your cloth and place it on top as I showed you. And simply press it down. And another one to make sure you are taking. Yes, I am going to. So, and then you're pressing it off here. And again, take a dry. I need something dry to suck the water. And hello, Lynn. So we can get it off here and put it back on to stay here. And normally it's a good idea if you have to make your own paper, please use gloves, no matter if they're color or no color, because of the previous print on it. There's, I don't know what to call it, but this ink that has been used in the paper. Are we here? Yes. So I'm back here, and as you can see, this is the one we made here, where I put all these green leaves on it. So what I'm going to do now is to iron it dry, and then we are taking the green. So Kathy can see the green color. When I dry it, the paper will be green. And this is made with the green leaves from my backyard. Do you know what, girls? Oh, thank you, Emma. Yes, and it will come up, but I need to have my son help him by move or anything. We have to have a little stable. And of course, I don't want to. This is already ruined. I mean, so it doesn't matter. If once upon a time I gave 100 krona for it, so I mean, so let's have a look. As can you see, this is the one I sprinkled the green leaves onto. So it simply have this stick to it, and some of them you can actually see are leaves shaved. So when you need, no, not yet, Susan, darling, I love you. So I simply just use it when, put a extra cloth onto it. So I don't get ironed so much. So, but I have a smaller one, Susan, that I use for quilting. So, but for a person, if you like to go, I mean, you say, I have nothing, I am new to making paper. See, what we are doing here now, it is drying. As you can see, if you have some dried flowers, it has to be flat and they have to be put on the wet of it. Hello, Lani. Yes, she is very sweet, Susan, and thinking about me. I love you. So, and when you're doing it, it has to be wet. So the dried flowers can sit into it. I don't have any dry flowers. So I just showed you by taking these green dry leaves. These are green leaves. If you remember, I put these green leaves and let it dress, that want to come off, let it go off. But you can see it is actually getting a lot lighter when it dry. Like this. And some of them will actually peel off, but you can do it like this. But here, here they are, like this. Yeah. Oh, stay safe, Susan. And just remember, you can sort of peel it off a little bit, but it will stay as best as I can, like this. There's sparkle into this one too. Yeah. I hope so too. Let's have this. As you can see, we have the green one. It's the one Katie suggested what will happen if you put in food dye. I had some green dye from a color batch, and I always keep my leftover colors or the water because it can easily be reused and reclaimed in another project like this. And simply iron it. You don't have to iron it dry. You can also leave it for dry. But if you don't mind, spend your hours ironing it. I mean, it is well earned. I love to stand, and should it be a cold day, please do it because I can assure you, you get warm when you're doing this. So let's see what happened here. hopefully, oh no, 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 no. See, I have actually ironed it so much I gotta fold into it. I hope the paper is green because the green is going off here. Let's see what happened. I don't know how much dye there was left in this, but I think we are good here. I just made a rip into it, but it can survive, I think. Oh yes, it is turning green. And you know what? I got a butterfly into it. Not a real one, but one of the pieces of paper scraps actually shaped itself as a butterfly into it. So, oh yes, I am. Yes, it is, and it is falling off now. Susan, so have to be careful. I don't fluff it. Yes. I need to be careful because you can actually fluff it. If you're not careful. So it almost has to touch, but please do not press on it. It has to just to be with the heat. Yes, you are. No, not a real one. But as you can see, I can do magic. Wow, I'm a magician. Look, voila. But unfortunately, sorry girls, it's not different colors. But yes, and I'm so proud of having you as my mother, Susan. And I need some water. I love you. Just a minute. Oh, I got some water and a half a cigarette. It is, I am careful. I have a sling into it. Yes, you have, Susan Hill. Yes, it is turning green. Oh. Not yet, but it will be there. So you can actually, yes, congratulations. I went the girl. Can you see the difference in the colors? Can you see the difference? I don't have any connection. I'm buffing. Are you with me on here or no? Are you with me? Thank you. Here it is. I just need to, yes, you can see the difference. It's still there. But this got a little scratch on it. But and as you can see, I actually ironed the pattern of the structure from the fabric diaper. So if you use a structured piece of clothes, you get the structure or I mean, the pattern is ironed into the paper. So I think it just needs a little more iron. Thank you, Susan. And what it is actually about it, it feels like newspaper, sort of kind of structured paper. And I have a piece more here. I need to dry some of this here. As you can see, some of them actually break, but you can still use it. You can always cut it up. So and you can actually see, I can see the steam is simply coming up of this. Oh, thank you, Lani. And when I have done that, as you can see, I like this. It has these squares weaved into the fabric and to this cloth diaper. And what you're actually doing is you are pressing the pattern to the paper. Yeah, it is pretty strong. I think I'm going to turn it so I have a dry side up here. It is pretty strong, as you can see. It is like normal paper. It just doesn't just break. And you can actually make it in different thickness. So it is pretty strong. So in the beginning, until I sort of had the touch of it, I made it very, very tissue-like, like a napkin tissue. But I first learned how to sort of keep the right amount of pulp into it. So yes. But I promised you to show you how sort of made this paper. And today I felt it was the day I am going to show you. Oh, lovely, Lenny. Good night. Lovely to you. As you can hear, it is very strong. It is actually like a packing paper, you know, like this brown paper. So you're welcome. I have more paper to dry. As you can see, I have more sheets here. Of course, you have to be careful when it's wet, can easily shit. It's too wet, then the pulp will put under iron. Oh, so as you can see, I have simply had all the ingredients in my house. I didn't even have to go out. I haven't bought anything except, of course, I have my blender. To pulp it. And as you can see, every sheet is actually getting different. And if you add glitter to the water, you will of course have sparkle into it. Like I forgot, I had some napkin tissue with glitter in it. So as you can see, here it is, one more dry homemade sheet of paper. Thank you. I will be, yeah, up to the level here. As you can see, this is the first one I made. It is very, very thin, actually. This is very thin because I put too little, I know, not enough pulp into it. This was my first try when you didn't saw it. Did my chat. Yes, you can do that. You can easily coffee dye it. Actually, it is going to be very pretty if you coffee dye it. And as you can see, even if it is actually a very thin, transparent, it is almost transparent. As you can see, it is still strong like this, but it's like transparent, like parchment, but it is like when you hold it to the light, you can actually see the light through it. I have here and as you can see, it actually looks like when you are going to clean your dryer. Isn't it true that this actually reminds about when you clean your dryer? Hello, Joey. You can, of course, also use a pair of these gloves. Oh, you did? Unfortunately, this got a rib into it until I sort of. Clara, hello, Clara. Okay, you better do that, sweetheart. Yes. And oh, Joe. I even got you subscribed on my phone. I can assure you, I got you both on my phone and my computer. So when you girls actually put a video up, I get it on my phone. And if I am at a very boring meeting, I have seen, Lynn, I have ironed these. These are my homemade sheets of paper. So what I'm actually do, as you can see, I have made these sheets of paper. Here, this is the green one when I put the dye in the water. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm actually iron. I have a lot of, to get some space. But what the, I don't understand that. Oh. And I can't follow here. Have I missed Skylar? Beautiful Skylar. Sorry if I missed some of your. Yes, Skylar. See again here, as you can see, that is the different types of colors from the salt. And I just need to iron one more to go. As you can see, it's sitting on here. So what I'm going to do is to press it on and simply peel it off like this. sometimes I simply use these and simply smack all the on and hang it up for dry. And then when they're dry, they simply just release. I think Skylar's is Skylar. If you think about his, I keep losing connection to you girls. I don't know what's happening. So you have to excuse me. Yeah, I'm buffering. This is the last one I need to iron. Then I'll take a break with you girls and take you into my living room and bring neighbor. So and as you can actually see, this is a variation. The first one with all these I simply dissolved together with a lot of newspapers and letters, you know. Okay, Kathy. Good to see you. And bye for now, Kathy, and thank you for being here. So okay, next one, or we take another one. If you can coffee diet, yes, you can actually coffee diet. Another piece, perhaps. I think we can use this one token in the side here. As you can see, it is a gray pale, and it depends on what the colors you actually put in of the newspapers, like this. And I'm going to pick up my coffee cup and I'll coffee dye it. Yes, it is Skylar Marriott. You're absolutely right, Shay. Yes, it is. So I'll be right back. Okay. Are you ready? I have some old coffee. The left of my coffee. Okay. Oh. Yes. Sharing. As you saw, I just made the paper. I just dried the paper. And I simply splashed my old coffee onto it. And voila. But as you can see, there's nothing on the back. But if you turn it around, can you see the coffee spots? But you can't see it on the back side. Oh, you got, well done. You have 300 subs. Yeah, I know. I saw you. And Yuri, you also have a nice amount of subbies. So as you can see, not on the back, but it sort of stay on one side of it. Thank you, Susan. And if you want a coffee, I mean, if you want a coffee diet, you can actually use to, drop some old coffee into the water and simply, coffee, color it by dissolving the paper pulp into coffee. Oh, thank you, Sherry. So, and if, as you can see, what I am going to do now is to take this and find a pen, and I can show you. Did I have one? Somebody asked about ink, how it is reacting when you are. Thank you, Cordelia Price. And we are going. I am going to heat myself a cup of coffee, I think. So, do we need to make one more, or can we take a rest now? Because I know you can see the replay. Because then I will take a break and have a seat. So, and we go out, we can take the paper with us. What we have dried, I need to make some more. Yes, I am going to take a rest. And I need to have my iron disconnected. Yes, so I'll escort you into the living room. Are you ready, girls? So here we are. I have actually rested 2 times today. I got 2 naps today. So I feel very, very good. We are not many, but I got 17 likes. Thank you, girls. For those that just stopped by and liked it. Thank you. I actually got 2 naps today, Susan. So my darling mother. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do that. I'm in here and take this and waiting for my coffee and more water. This is glass number 4. So yes. And then I don't need my phone anymore. Here we are. So I hope you liked my homemade paper tutorial and it was easy. Was it easy for you to see how I did it? Questions, please. 1st of June, Susan, Mom, 1st of June. So, oh, thank you, Sherry. Oh, thank you, Cancer. No, not in a cramped spot, but you did see how I did it. And I mean, sometimes cancers, the thing that sort of keep people away from crafting is because they think, okay, listen to me, I don't have so much space. And what I also can show you guys, you don't need much space, but you just need a sink, a big pocket with water and old paper, spread it to pulp. And yes, you were 18, so you could be my mom, Susan. Yes. I actually think my real mom was 18 when she got me. So, dear people, we don't need ever use, what is a resist? A resist when doing the paper. What do you think about Kansas? Oh, yes, I see Susan Hill. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I have actually never tried that. That sounds, whoa. You know what? I need to try that one day, Kansas. Yes, I am good. Wow. Yeah, I know somebody can actually can use like a sewing thread. You know, when the pulp is wet, they sort of take these silver strings or like sewing thread and simply, you know, let it roll around It's something similar to this spiderweb paper that Tracy. Yeah. Okay, you did. Yeah, you can do it with yarn. Yeah. Okay, you made a grid out of it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then pulled again. Yeah, so it's actually in the center. Yeah. Yeah, embedded between two layers of yep. So I'm going to pick up my coffee. Uh, yeah. Have I missed anyone? Amber, has she been by? No, she's busy. You hate the smoke, but I don't smoke now. Susan, I can see we are not many people. Okay, is Elizabeth? Oh, forest fire smoke. Oh my god, is it forest fire? I heard about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sorry guys, I just oh, you could do this Cordula Price. Miss Price, you also got a very small spot for crafting. Yes, but you can easily use a small craft space. You don't need much space. I mean, use what you got, please. And who asked what is you, Miss Price? I have a little difficult to say. Could Miss Arkansas? Yes, you were the one to ask about ink, how to write on it, right? And you can actually do this here, as you can see. What I also have, you can also make a craft like this, where you simply take a piece of wood or play. I don't know what you call this, and you can pattern it with an old pillow, and you can actually have it on your lap. What I'm going to do is I can draw tiny bits. I don't know how good I am, but this is a very, I mean, here you are. Can you see my kitty? And as you can see, it's actually going through, but you can easily, yeah, as you can see, so you can easily draw, you can write on it, and you can even, I mean, watercolor on it. Yeah, so you have to be careful, Mama Susan, with the forest fire. As you can see, it doesn't run out if you are thinking about like tissue paper. It's, yes. Hello, Clara. Can you see it? It's make a very fine paper to draw on, and when you iron it you get like a smooth surface to it. So it is actually like and as you can see, it's pretty cool because the coffee has not penetrated the paper. It's only on one page on one side here. Yeah. So and again, it depends on how the water and the colors and actually what you put into the water. As you can see, some of them are pretty sparkling because I put these napkins, and some of them are translucent. See, this is a little more even. So it depends on how you sort of, how much pulp there is in the batch. Yes. Okay. Sonia and Maria. I'll see if what would you prefer? I wouldn't mind call you Sonia or Miss Price. It's just it's easy. Yeah, Maria, Sonia Maria. I think I just need, because I have reading glasses. Sorry, Maria. Yes, as you can see, the green. Yeah. So that's what we did today. Homemade paper. And what I really like is these edges. This has been folded because I sort of, as you can see, when it was wet. Yeah, just Maria. Yeah. So now you know, and now you have seen how I make this homemade paper. And of course, there are so many ways you can make it. I mean, some has very fancy, I mean, nettings. These, you're welcome. And I love to show it because it was actually a very long time since I have sort of, yeah, made paper. So I enjoyed it, and I had a very happy time in my kitchen. Thank you, girls. Thank you for Emma that convinced me to show you how to make paper. Yes. And you're welcome. My screen, I can pick it up for you. Thank you, Mama Bo. Just a minute. This this is actually a forest-made one, Kansas. It is actually made out of these, like a bamboo bush that was in a garden long time ago in a forest. I was playing the Paper Master in a role play. Yes, Susan, love you. Have a great evening. Hello, Brenda Foxy. Good to see you. Yeah, and hugs to Susan. And then I was actually the guy that sort of, or the woman that was the paper master. And I was meant to make papers. So what I did was I had a lot of kids that I had to show how to make paper. And the first thing we did, actually, we used bark of this from the tree and smashed it out and old paper. And then I showed them how we made this. This is actually a very old curtain netting. We can buy this very netted curtains, and we simply cut these off, and then we tied it up like this. So we started to make these here, and what we simply did was we stitched all around with cotton thread like this, and actually made our primitive okay, that was the netting. Yeah, so you don't have to go and buy, I mean, you can easily use tulle. Tulle is just as good. I mean, this was actually some old, lace netting curtains I found in a secondhand shop at that time. Yeah, and old silk stockings can use, yes. I mean, even these for screens. Hello, Brenda Price. Good to see you. Yes, and Sue. What? I got Sue in the town. Yay. Hello. So that's what I used. I mean, you can use tulle. And as you say, silk stocking. Yes, Clara. Yeah, my blender is also from a thrift store. I mean, you don't need to buy a heavy, expensive one. You can also use what I used if you have an old embroidery hoop. You know, these round hoops when you use for embroidery. So you can actually make round paper and simply just yeah, you got tulle today. Whoa, then you can make one, Brenda Price. Yes. And as you can see, the stitching in the frame actually do, and I think it's nice size of paper. So yeah, So use an embroidery hoop, make your own like this. Use some old sticks, and I mean, it doesn't matter if it's like woogly, as you say, because I mean, it does actually that you get these beautiful edges. I mean, so I like it very much. And of course, if you put color dye, this is with the green speckles on it. I mean, you can, as you can see now, the rest I'm going to make is going to be greenish. So, and as you can see, you can easily coffee dye it on the front here and draw on it as I showed you. But as you can see, the coffee has only placed on the surface. But you can, of course, coffee dye it on both sides. We have Mama Boo. Yes, Kathy. So it's not very expensive, Kansas. But I saw one of the real one. Kansas, I can assure these are too expensive. I mean, you don't have to, girls. But of course, if you want to be a pro for, yeah, yes, you do. Yeah, me too, Susan. I mean, Sue. Sometimes, and I think it's because I mean they need to make money on us crafters, as we talked about. Yeah, I love chocolate waffles. Uh, from Alvin, like this. Yeah, Brenda, I have made paper. This is a very old one. Hello, sweet. Hello, Skylar. Good afternoon, my friend. I have made homemade paper today. Mm. See, when we talk about the sun, oh, so good to see you, Skylar. So, yeah. So this is a forest. Sometimes, as you know, I have been in the forest and like role play and teaching children and take them on tours to do craft with them. Yeah. So Yeah, you can do that, Brenda. Yeah, yeah. Brenda, I might have asked you before, but how many kids do you have? I mean, I have only tried, I mean, sometimes I have been teaching to, oh, three grandkids that live with you. Okay, grandkids, yeah. It's not like you own 5, 10, and 12. Okay, Brenda. I, yes, understand. So, yeah, I need to go and see and peep a little more about Joey's journals. I am getting journal inspired. I can assure you, I mean, I am going to hunt you for a while, Joey, because I am actually thinking I am going to try to make these fancy journals like the way you girls do. I mean, and please, if somebody sees somebody who's not sub to each other, please check out each other's channels. Yeah, please. And I hope my friend Tracy is doing fine. She need a break and a little time off. Yes, exactly, Joey. Oh, that sounds good, Brenda. Yeah. And of course, you were cooking dinner. It must be dinner time with you girls. 4 o'clock or something. Yeah. So it sounds really good. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, this is actually pretty fun. Yeah. Oh, that sounds yummy, Foxy. I got pasta ravioli today and chocolate waffles. Well, um, I got egg and curry sandwich. Yeah, I did that. So, no. Mm. Oh, I love Brussels sprouts. Yeah, yeah. Mm. It's okay. I'll survive. Kansas is okay because it does make a mess. Isn't it true, Kansas? I mean, you have to expect when you do paper like this, you are getting a lot of things and cloth and I mean, wow. So it can also take the. I mean, when you add it, you can just yeah make to you don't want anymore, but it's not something you just pick out every day. So, and lucky for me, I was thinking I was going to do laundry tomorrow, so it is easy for me to just skip the wet cloth into the washer washing machine and turn it on tomorrow morning. It is too late now um, to wash it, but otherwise you have to have all these wet cloths hanging everywhere. So yes, and I look forward to see you girls try it. Oh, there. Okay, yes, the floor. Yes, I keep like an old plastic on the floor. Yes, with an old towel. when I do something like that, I have an old plastic wrap and an old one of these big beach towels and have it on the floor. So should it happen, I sort of grip on the floor. Yeah, blanket on the floor, yes, because it is messy. And sometimes, you know what, the best part is that you have a cramped space, is that you can't sort of spread out, because if the problem is if you have too much space, you can actually, yeah, uh, uh yeah, make a lot of mess. And it can actually take you longer time to clean up because you sort of place it everywhere, and it take time. So yeah, so you can iron them dry, but when I did it in the forest, it was hot, warm, and we left them on the material or fabric and hang them on a clothesline like this to dry. But when you don't have so much space, oh yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so I would actually rather sort of, yeah, hang it up. So what I'm going to do is, when I have drink the coffee and before I go to bed, I'll go and make the last one today. And of course, going to make some more paper tomorrow. So I had it from my shop, and I'm going to make it in different colors, and but not with strings and not something fancy. It is going to be like this ordinary homemade, handmade paper, like this, of old newspaper, recycled materials. And because I know there's so many out there that make all this fancy, and I'm going to leave it to these people to do it. I like it simple and recycle. Yeah, so they are going to be exactly like this, and I think it's a good size of it. Um, as you can see, when you fold it like this, it's a good journal size. Um, so yeah, and what you also can do is, you can actually take a piece of lace and iron it dry with the lace. No, as you can see, it doesn't, because as you can see, I demonstrated it here by I have actually coffee. See, I have coffee dyed it, and here I have sort of with a felt pen, as you can see, draw a little kitty. And as you can see, the kitty is like when you draw on ordinary paper. So the sealing, you actually get it sealed, as you call it, by ironing. What I did, because you sort of flatten the top fiber in the paper. So all you need to do is actually iron a piece of paper to sort of seal it, because you sort of flatten it down. So Foxy, so that's what you're actually doing when you're ironing it dry. You are sort of sealing it, but you can also make it when you're not ironing it. It gets a more rough surface, like so. Yeah, you're welcome, Foxy Brenda. Yeah, yeah. I mush the paper fibers. Yes, I do. Technical, professional. I mush. Thank you, Sue. Yes, I learned a new word. Mush the paper. So yes, I didn't know that term for it, but yeah. So yeah, yeah, technical. Yes. So, and then I am sending prayers to Tracy. Tracy doesn't have. Okay, you don't have to, Sherry. Yeah, but you don't have to, because as you can see, I didn't. I even used dishwasher soap in mine to dissolve the old paper. So as you can see, it's you don't need it. Tracy has, I mean, she has her autistic. Her head is full. She wrote a note that she doesn't feel very good by being so much online and talk through the computer. So she's getting this anxiety. Oh no, pack. Yeah, we keep hoping. Yes, Marina. Yeah. So yeah, so she doesn't feel very well. So it's good to see you, Marina. So I'm sending prayer to her. So she needs to take a break from computers and screens and stuff like that. Yeah, thank you, Sue. So she gave me a message that she, yeah, doesn't feel so good. So I told her to take care of herself and take the time she needs. And yeah, take care of her. So because she needed. Thank you, Foxy, Brenda. So, and it's not good when you start to feel, yeah, fill up. So, and Marina, if I have sort of lost faith almost. So if you don't have it, we give it, as you said, it could take 2 to 6 weeks, right? Are you with me, Marine? Yeah, Marina. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. So otherwise, I am sending you a new. We give it 6 weeks, but they say it is on your way. So let's hope. So yes, I will. Um. Wow, Marina. Mm. I did paper today, Marina. I don't know if you saw it, but I did paper, homemade paper. So if you want, you can see the replay. Even coffee dyed some of it. See? So old newspaper. Yes, and I did it a very cramped space, but Kansas and the girl says you can easily see what I was doing and understand. And as you can see, it's not a fancy frame. It's a homemade one made in the forest about 15 years ago. Out of an old, I think it's a bamboo bush we sort of cut down from someone's garden, and old curtain netting or window netting. I think, yeah, I do it to when I dissolve the paper, Sherry. So I always put the dish soap in the water. So the dish soap will keep the paper dissolved, but it will dry it in. So yeah, because it does it easier for the paper to sort of turn into pulp, what we like it to do. So I do that. That's my way to do it. So hot water and some old newspaper and a drop of dish soap to help dissolve, and yeah, blend it hard and mix it into the water. And now it's going to turn green because I put green color into it, or green dye water. You can use food dye, you can use, I used for some of mine, I use green curry. I mean, old spices will be perfect to plump into it. And yeah, no, it should be the pulp, like paste. Yes, more not chunky, but you have to make sure there's a lot of water. It has to be like floating. You can actually see it when it's sort of. It has to be dissolved. Yeah. So if it's too chunky, you get to thick paper. It has to like lie in a like a water. Have you seen these jellyfish? Can you imagine a jellyfish? Like this cloudy. It has to be sort of cloudy into the water. Hello, welcome back, Skylar. Good to see you. So it just has to be like a cloudy pulp when you do like this, like mud. If you disturb dirty water, you can actually sense it when you have disturbed it, and down with it, and you can actually see this tiny pulp laying in a layer on top of your frame like this, and lift it up. And what I did was to take a cloth and press water out and turn and yeah, dry. You saw the procedure, most of it. So yes, yeah, you can get a tannish colors. Yes, if I get tired of the green, yes, that's a good idea, Kansas. And you know what the beneficiation is? It is allowed in your flush out. So when you have made the paper you need, so you can do that if you are one of them. Oh, I am going to save the paper pulp. Forget it. I mean, simply just take the when and flush it out in your toilet when you're done with it, because you know what? You can get paper anywhere and there's no need to save it. I mean, a lot of the time it's junk mail. You simply dissolve and make to new paper. So flush it out in the toilet. So because it is dissolved, so it won't stop anything on its way. So yep. Of course you have, I mean, even I don't know, your girl says you have septic tanks or something. I shouldn't mean it will be dangerous to the tank, water tank or septic tank or something, because it is actually just water, and the paper will, yeah. So you can do that, and it's so good to see you, Skylar. Yeah, how to make this paper. So there's no need to sort of, yeah, keep it. Yeah, you can actually do that. Sometimes I do it in an old of these seals. These when you have these, right, Kansas? These 1 minute. I need you to. Yes, a colander. Thank you, Kansas. A colander. A strainer. Yes. Yeah. I like it. Thank you, girls. Sometimes in Denmark it's a C, like C, because you see something. It's only I'm C, like this. C. It's the name for a colander, as you call it in Denmark. It's a C. or so some old people call it a sector, because you sort of get something through to it. But yes, now you learned the Danish word see. See, yes. So, and I learned a new English word, strainer, and a calendar. So you use it when you have to sort of see, and hygge, yes. And today it has been hygge by making this paper. Of course, it did make a mess, but I can live with it. I mean, I need to make more paper tomorrow, and I don't have anyone that I can disturb by just leave it out there. But of course, I need to sort of clean up a little bit tonight. Because I have promised myself I have to be in bed by midnight. So, yeah. So that's mean I have 20 more minutes and it's 11 o'clock. Yes. Oh, it's easy. She doesn't do that. She doesn't go into it. I mean, she doesn't even. I mean, she's never actually played with my yarn. I mean, I can easily sit and knit. I mean, she doesn't. I mean, she simply ignored the yarn. I mean, I have never had trouble with her taking my yarn balls or skeins or anything. I mean, um, sometimes I play with her. I mean, we have an ordinary like this. Yes. Okay, Mama Boo, you have bye. You have a great day. Okay, you have kids that need to be fed too. So, see you and thank you for coming by. Crochet on paper edges. Yes, I do. So I am also watching out for you, Mama Bo, because I mean, Mama Bo is making some beautiful journals too. Yes. Um, I can easily teach you. First of all, you need the best way. Yes, yes. Make the next session. Yes, not now, but in the next video, I can show you. You are going to need a very thin crochet hook and some crochet yarn. You have to be. It depends on, you can use crochet yarn heavy, or you can also use a sewing thread. But I can show you on this how you sort of. But when you do it on paper, the best thing is to you have to bend like this, and I'm going to show you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm making a video how I crochet around the paper. Yeah. So I have a phone that keeps talking to me here. Okay, Amber is live. So it seems Amber is gone live. So shall we go and support Amber? Oh, okay. Hello, Luna. Okay. Yes, because I have been here for almost 3 hours, so I hope it's okay that I sort of say bye bye. And I am going to see you because I am actually jumping off now. So it was more if you girls want to go to Amber's. So that's why I sort of, yes, exactly. I need to go to sleep. So that's why. And thank you so much, Kansas, for dropping by. And no, I won't, Sherry. I will check all of you, including Skylar. I love you too, Sue. And all of you, Lona, I'm sorry that you just came by at the end, but thank you for just coming by. We have made paper. I have been on for 2 hours and 44 minutes, so I need, and it's about 11 o'clock in Denmark. So bye to all of you. Love you, sweethearts, and have a great day. And thank you for now. Hugs and kiss and love.